just like you. Hey, you guys. It's me, Demisha Samuel. Let me put this on pause. Y'all know. Jamming. See the trap or gospel. All I ever listening to. Trap or gospel. Gospel or trap. Find me. I am Demisha Samuels, and I am a LinkedIn expert and launch strategist, and I am here to help working professionals monetize their skill sets and build profitable online brands and businesses so they can thrive in any economic environment. Okay? We are out here getting and building brands and businesses. Today, we're going to talk about how to prevent a mediocre launch. And before we do that, just quick housekeeping. I'm hosting a 5-day complimentary challenge, Launch to Profit Challenge, to help working professionals launch and not sit around hemming and hawing in 2023 about launching their brands and businesses. It starts on January the 10th. Was that the 10th? 16th? 16th. I'm lying. Starts January 16th. Make sure that you grab a complimentary seat. You just go to launchtoprofit.com. Again, you just go to launchtoprofit.com, www. Matter of fact, let me act like I ain't got technology. Launchtoprofit.com. There you go. There we go. www.launchtoprofit.com to join the complimentary challenge, right? For 5 days, we're going to be going over launch mindsets, limiting beliefs. Who are you launching to? The 3 phases of a launch methods and strategies, launch tools and resources, and oh, so much more. I have some people coming to talk about SEO, some other things, but I'm giving you all the information that you need to stop hemming and hawing, to stop making excuses, because what? Excuses are the tools of the weak and incompetent, and we are not weak nor incompetent. So therefore, we do not use excuses around here about why we're not getting to the money, getting to the bag. All right. So today I have, as always, researched a great live for you. Don't forget to, leave your comments, like, share, do all the things, right? Tag a biz bestie. Let me know where you're coming in from. Are you here from Atlanta? Are you checking in from the Corporate Hustle University group? Are you here checking me out on YouTube Live? Because I'm everywhere. Omnipresent up in here in 2023. So just let me know where you're here from. Are you on Facebook, on YouTube? Make sure you let me know where you're from. And if you don't let StreamYard see you, I can't see your name. So just tell me your name and your comments if you don't give StreamYard permission for me to see who you are. All right. So let's get into it, you guys. I hope that you already went to www.launchtoprofit.com and upgrade yourself. Upgrade yourself while you're there too. Don't forget to upgrade yourself. All right, so let's get into it. What are the ways so that we can stop having mediocre launches or not launching at all? So I'm talking to my perfectionist patties. I'm talking to my corporate professionals who I work so much, I can't get this done. I'm talking to my who else out there besides my perfectionists, my corporate people that tell me that they don't have time, and then my overthinkers, that you don't overthought your way out to not launching anything. So if you are overthinker, Alana on Facebook, you're a perfectionist, or you're a corporate professional who tells me you don't have time, and this challenge is for you and this live is for you. So let's get out of this mediocre mindset and these mediocre ways when it comes to launching. All right. So the first thing, our entire lives, right? Because I'm in this too, right? We're in this together. Our entire lives, from kindergarten through 12th grade, standards were set for us, right? If you were like me, you went to school, you did what you're supposed to do. I got straight A's. I don't know what y'all, I was on honor roll, right? My mom used to pay for them A's and B's, okay? And I produced them, okay? I produced the A's and the B's, right? Got to high school and realized, okay, this is how I get scholarships. This is how I get to the bag. This is how I get to the money. And even if I had my son in high school, I still got to the money and still got to the bag and was a straight A, 4.2 GPA student, right? So the standard was always given to me, right? When you get to college, the standard is given to you, right? When you get into corporate America, the standard is given to you. But when you're out here building your own brand and business, in order to not be a mediocre, you have to set a high standard for yourself and a high expectation for yourself, to yourself. Nobody else is going to know your expectations. Nobody else is going to know your standards but you. Now it's time for you to create your own standard and not live off a society standard. And when I say you, I mean, don't get into the comparison trap. What I'm saying is you yourself as a person say, I'm going to launch and I'm going to make $5,000 in revenue, or I'm going to help 25 people, or I'm going to do whatever. You are setting the standard and the expectation. Right? So that's how, number one, you stop having these mediocre launches is if you treat your launch how you treat a project at work or how you used to treat a project at school, I know you're getting paid. Because y'all used to be out here killing the game in group projects. Y'all be killing the game in work projects. Y'all be like, these other people suck. But now you suck when it comes to your own business. Why? Because you set no standard and expectation for yourself. This will motivate you to be at your best. If you know this is the standard, and I'm talking about make the standard and the expectation around things that you can control. I will go live every day. I will post or whatever. You don't have to go live every day, whatever consistency looks like for your industry. I will post. I will reach out. I will call. I will send the emails. I will write the thing. I will pitch the proposal. I will do the things. Set the high standard for yourself. I will do it, period. Because you'll work on weekends if you have to. I know that, we in our soft lives right now, but don't forget the hustle never stops, right? You got tools and automation to hustle when you can't hustle, right? So no worries there. The second is you got to provide clear goals and objectives, right? So you set standards and expectations, like you show up for yourself every day in your business. You work, 6 to 8 a.m. or 6 to 8 p.m., whatever you choose, right? You set that standard and expectation for yourself. But now what's the goal? What's the objective? Because when you go to work, the goal is I got to do this, I got to do that. They expect me to do this by this deadline. Give yourself some actual deadlines. Y'all be out here like, I'm going to write a book. Now, that is not a goal. When are you going to write the book? By when? What it's going to be about? What's the objective of the book? Is it to make money? Is it to make yourself an authority? What is the objective, right? You have no clear objectives when it comes to your launches, your businesses. You are used to people giving you your goals and your objectives. At the beginning of Q1, what are my goals? Your manager tells you what your goals are, and you write them down, and y'all sit down and you have a one-on-one with yourself and decide what your goals, or your coach or your business coach. That's why I got business coaches, because they help me be accountable. And if you need some accountability, then definitely get in my DM. But you need to be able to set clear goals and objectives. For my clients, we set clear goals and objectives. Clear is crystal clear. You're supposed to launch on this day at this time in this place, because that is what you expect. That's what it's been since kindergarten. You better learn your ABCs before the end of this year. You better learn how to write your name by the time the progress reports come out. Same thing, same concept. That's how you stop being mediocre. All right. The next thing, continuous learning and personal development. For some reason, y'all thought after y'all got the master's degrees, them PhDs, them bachelor's degrees, that y'all was good. Y'all was Gucci. Y'all was like, I'm good and I got my job. No. Even at work, continuous learning is a part of the program. So even if you are good at something, you should always be learning. I have a bachelor's degree in marketing. I have been in IT for over 15 years, but I am continuously learning. And baby, when it comes to personal development, y'all, I'm always over here, whether it's a book, a coaching program, a conference, a course, I'm in it to win it, because I understand that when you're not learning, you're not growing. If you're not putting yourself in the environment not to be mediocre, you will be. If you're just comparing yourself to people who are out here doing nothing, then nothing is getting done. But me, I put myself in environments where I see them out here killing the game, 10x in anything I even thought about doing. So I'm just like, oh, okay, let me get my whole life together. So if you're not in an environment in which people you're viewing and seeing people exceed at a level that you've never exceeded at, then get into the right environments. Come into the groups, come into the clique, come into the group, do what you need to do, but get into those environments, right? Because this is how you prevent mediocre behavior, because you made it to middle class and you keep comparing yourself to poor people, wondering why it is that you're not getting to your next level. Because you're always going to be like, well, there's somebody out here doing worse than me. Yeah, there is. But there's also somebody out here doing better than you. And so that means you can be doing better as well. Okay. I mean, it's a tough pill to swallow, but it is what it is. Okay. You can be doing better. You just choose not to, because you keep comparing yourself purposely to things and people and ideas. I mean, don't be comparing yourself, instead of taking your own standards and your own expectations. Okay. All right. Let me know in the chat. Have you ever done that? Like, you're like, oh, I'm doing good because I could always be doing worse. Well, you could have to wake up in the morning and be like, I could always be doing better. Okay. So reward and recognize your excellence. So a lot of times, the reason you stay in mediocre behavior is because you discredit what you've already done, what you already know, what you already become. You're already an expert at something. You just, you already have accomplishments at this age in life. You're already excellent. And you need to reward your excellence. When you actually do put the plan together and launch it, reward your excellence, right? Stop be thinking like, oh my God, you know what? I could have just um done better, or I didn't reach all my goals, I didn't reach all my objectives. The question is, did you execute? Because around here we fail fast so that we can get better. Right? In IT, you must fail fast. You must hurry up, get the product out there, because so we can make it better. Every 2 weeks we're getting better and better and better and better. But in between that, we reward ourselves for doing what we said we would do, honoring our word to ourselves, right? So that's how you prevent being mediocre in these launches. Is if you told yourself you're gonna send an email every day, then send the damn email every day. If you told yourself I'm gonna go live every day and tell people about my product and services, then go live. I don't care if it's for 5 minutes, and tell the people about your product and services. If you told yourself I'm gonna reach out to 15 people that I don't know and get out of my comfort zone and make sure that people know that I am hosting the Launch to Profit Challenge, then that's what you better do when you wake up in the morning, and honor your word to yourself in order to not be mediocre to yourself. All right. So recognize and reward your excellence and honor your word to yourself. Forget everybody else. Stop lying to yourself. Right. Stop not telling yourself what's going to be done. And understand, I'm always preaching to the choir. I'm always preaching to myself. All right. The thing is, the last one, before I got some other stuff to say, is provide constructive feedback. Do not get around people who are going to tell you, oh my gosh, that was perfect, or oh my gosh, that was horrible. Like, you need actual constructive feedback. Somebody's going to say, okay, these are the things you did well. These are the things we can improve on. And they can recognize what you are in control of and what you're not. And this is where strategists like myself, coaches, come into play, because they understand what is in your control and what is not in your control, and they can give you the positive feedback and construction that you need. So like during the 5-day challenge, right, which is why you should join, I'm giving you the constructive feedback complimentary on what you can improve in your plan so that it is successful, right? And when you actually launch, we're here in real time, if you choose to work with us, to help you boost what you have going on. And we know, because we've done it as well, what you can control, what you can't control, right? And everything that is in your control, we want to make sure that you are optimizing what is in your control and letting go of what is not in your control. And then, as a business owner, until you launch several times, you have a hard time figuring out, like, I can't control how many people show up to a live, but I can control how often I go live, the content I deliver when I'm live, my energy when I'm going live. These are things that are in my control, right? So when we give you constructive feedback during the challenge and in our programs and with my clients, it's because we have already been where you're going, and we want to make sure you're performing at your optimal levels. And so we give you the constructive feedback because we want to see you win. And if you don't have people who want to see you win in your corner, then definitely let us get in your corner, right? Because this takes a village to really put these businesses out there. It takes a community, right? It takes support. Stop trying to be solo dolo out here wondering why your launches are failing, because you're out here by yourself, talking to yourself, talking to crickets when you launch. No strategy, no plan, no backup, no 2+ minds to help you figure it out. You need more than one mind. If you think in my launch is just me talking, think again. I bring in some other experts to come help, because guess what? 2 minds, 3 minds, 4 minds are always better than one. And that's what my challenge is about, is making sure that you understand all of the nuances that come with actually launching to profit, launching these online brands and businesses, and doing it because we're still busy. I mean, listen, I got 4 kids and one is a toddler. I'm in IT and I'm at the top of my IT game. Understand, maybe I don't play. And then I'm running my client stuff and doing things. So I understand what it takes to have the productivity to make a launch happen, to the resources that are needed, the strategy that's needed to get it all done. And so in the Launch to Profit Challenge is when I map it all out for you. And in 5 days, you will have a 6-figure strategic plan to get things done. Okay. If you have questions about launching, if you have questions, as always, I'll drift off into LinkedIn for y'all anytime y'all want me to. I'll answer those. But make sure that you sign up for the complimentary challenge, and that I'll recap, to avoid the mediocre launches, the mediocre behavior that we're seeing out here in launches. Set high standards and expectations for yourself and your team. Okay. Provide clear goals and objectives for yourself. And if you have like a VA or somebody working with you, make sure they understand. Encourage yourself to make sure that you are investing in your continuous education and personal development. How much money did you invest in yourself How often do you invest in yourself? How much time do you invest in yourself to make yourself bigger, better, stronger, resilient, whatever it needs to be? Recognize and reward your excellence because you're excellent. I know you are. If you follow me, if we're friends, if I know you, you're excellent. I don't hang around mediocre. And provide constructive feedback, right? Provide it and get it from others, right? So providing it to your team, if you have a team, providing it to yourself and getting it from others, right? That constructive feedback. So those are the 5 things that intangible things that you can do to avoid a mediocre business launch, right? That is just disappointing. Okay. Um, if you're not in my community, be sure to hang out with us. We're the number one group for helping working professionals launch their brands and businesses. We out here getting back inside and outside of corporate America unapologetically, right? Okay, we like our insurance, but we also like this online money. Okay. All right. So let me make sure I don't see no questions. Happy Saturday to everybody out there. Gotta go. It's like 3 places I'm live at, so I just gotta make sure I don't see none. Okay. Don't worry, if you catch us on a replay, just hashtag replay viewer and let me know your questions. Let me know if you're joining the challenge. And I hope to see you on January the 16th. I think that's when it is. Yeah, January 16th is when the challenge begins. If not, I'll see you guys in my community. But I know I better see you in that challenge, especially if you have an idea that is not launched into the marketplace. Your last launch was you that perfectionist that keep telling me that, oh, as soon as I do XYZ, that's when I'm going to market and launch. If you that overthinker that don't overthought your way not to doing anything, or you're that corporate professional that tells me I don't have time, or I don't know what it is I want to launch, or as soon as I get to this place in my business, then I'll do it, or as soon as I get this promotion, then I'll launch my business. Don't wait, because corporate is stable but not loyal. Stable but not loyal. Great, I'm glad you'll be joining. Stable but not loyal, right? And we don't want anybody mastering our money but ourselves. So when you master your launch, you master your money, right? When you learn how to master the launch, you will master your money. Okay, so I look forward to seeing those in the challenge. Like, share, comment. Happy Saturday. I am excited. I am pumped up for 2023. I'm excited to help, particularly women, launch these brands and businesses and get to this money. And I will talk to you guys really, really soon.